Afternoon, good people. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Dr. Eternal Fortune Show. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, and thank you so we can continue these dialogues. Check this out. I see it. I can see it. I can see it very clearly. You have been given in to some of these distractions that's in your environment. So now, distractions come, they're in your environment for a reason. You have to learn to not be swayed by these distractions. And sometimes, if they come from relationships, you have to either learn how to create a harmonious relationship, or sometimes you have to learn the language of letting go in order for to be successful, in order for you to go to your next mission. Because sometimes you need people that's going toward that same goal. And it's so difficult when one person is going in one direction and the other person is going in the other direction, because it creates some type of pull. Now they pulling on each other's energy. One thing I learned in psychology about relationships, and then another thing I learned in my Buddhist walk, in my Buddhist practice about relationship, is that healthy and harmonious relationships can create a dynamic outcome for peace and happiness and good fortune. So we want to strive to create harmonious relationships. And we really want to look at the relationships that we're in. In today's societies, there's all form of violent tendencies in relationship and domestic violent tendencies in relationship. Now, Dr. Eternal Fortune, I've been working with in the counseling arena for 15 years, over 15 years. And I know the signs of domestic violent relationship, and I also know the signs of just seeing healthy and dynamic relationships. And one of the ways I get my topics for the show, the Dr. Eternal Fortune Show, is from clients or friends or people who call me with concerns, and it's touched me so much in my life that I choose to kind of talk about it on the show. And because I know when it comes to your life, people in the environment is dealing with it as well. So one of the things is, when you're achieving success and when you have decided to achieve your dreams in a dynamic way, you're going to have to come in contact with various forms of relationship. And also, part of success is value creation. When you decide to succeed in life, you decide on succeeding in a way that can create value into society, not just for yourself but for other people. So you have to sit back and weigh the natures of these relationships. Do they distract you from your goal, or do they build and support that mission? So if they distracted you, especially in the form of abuse, emotional abuse, psychological abuse, and mental abuse, and physical abuse, that is no way to live. It is not cool. There's no way to live. And you have to find a way within yourself to value yourself enough to change it. Change the dynamic of that relationship. Either that means if you can't transform that relationship, you have to find a way to get yourself in a safe place and just eliminate that relationship altogether and start over. And in these domestic violent relationships, it's not just relationships with partners. It can be with mothers and daughters, mothers and sons. It can be anywhere within the domestic compounds. You can be in relationships with your family that's creating a domestic violence situation, or a violent situation, or a not so good situation. So you have to learn to value yourself enough to say, this dynamic have to change, And in today's society, a lot of people are living with silent abuse. You never know what's going on behind closed doors in people's homes. So a lot of people is living with silent abuse. So I'm here to tell you from a personal perspective and from a clinical perspective, we can change the dynamics of those circumstances by changing ourselves. First, you have to learn to value yourself and say enough is enough. Because one thing about abuse it seemed to always get worse when you go back. And lately, people have been coming to me more and more asking how can they get out, or talking about the dynamics of these violent situations or these abusive situations. And first and foremost, they are distracted to anything positive and beneficial in your life. And sometimes, you just have to make a decision to let go. You deserve better. You deserve greatness. You deserve for someone to treat you like the king and queen that you are. And even if that means being by yourself and being alone so you can develop yourself to the point that you can seek out healthy relationships, so be it. So be it. Some great people have been in positions of being single and have to develop their life. So be it. It beats being in a situation where you're being abused, and where you've been taken for granted, where you're being mistreated, because your success is the success of your community, the success of people in your family, the success of people in your nation. So if you being abused and having all these different distractions, you cannot fulfill your mission. So I really want you to really consider thinking about where you are in this relationship, and consider a safety plan on how to get out of anything that is keeping you from being your greatest you. Thank you so much. This is Dr. Eternal Fortune. You heard it here, and I definitely appreciate you for tuning in. And we will continue to dialogue on another level. Thank you. I appreciate you.